chasing a road to glory, driven since I was a child.
If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, work day and night for it.
All right, here, Monday morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Son needs chocolate chip cookies, or would like chocolate chip cookies to go out to his class, so got to come here to Walmart a little bit early here, 6:30. Has some returns here. End up pretending like we were going to give him a Lego. I actually got him an iPad instead. So I was pretty surprised by that. So hope you're all doing well. Let's go make it happen. Sherman's out. All right, made it in through traffic. Listened to some scriptures, be able to keep my mind right, and some talks on how to increase faith and how to be better. So got team meeting here at 9, and then got some one-on-ones, and then finally we'll finish off the day with a training from 1 to 3, and let's go. All right, everybody, I'm gonna do some bicep curls here. My watch reminded me that I need to take a quick break because I was sitting for a while. Just gonna close the door, do a few curls here. Already got in one set. This will be set number 2. So hope you're having a great day. Was able to get did I get the podcast in? Yes. No. I started it and didn't like the way that it was headed, so I felt like I was repeating myself. So I wanted to be able to just mix it up and focus more in on what you do as a leader in order to help your team grow and develop. So there's a great author out there, Navy SEAL Jocko Wilkinson, and he talks about how there are no bad teams, just bad leaders. And so it's a really hits home in my role, just because if the team's not doing well, then that points perfectly or straightly at me. And what am I doing to be able to help those individuals get more, or do I tolerate mediocrity? So really important takeaways. Hope you're all doing well. Sherm's out. All right, did my special today on Earl Nightingale's Strangest Secret. The power of your mind, the power of thought, the power of believing in yourself, and not worrying so much how it's going to get done, but just worrying about specifically knowing exactly what you want in life. Too often we find ourselves running after stuff and it's not truly what we want, or we're living life by default. Great analogy of just like land, it'll grow as long as you cultivate it, whatever you plant. The question is what are we planting in our mind? Sherm's out. Hey, hope you're having a fantastic day. Very productive day here at work. Got into the office around 8 o'clock or so. Was able to immediately get in and talk with the managing partner before he heads out of town, and then was able to then shift my attention to preparing for today's weekly team meeting. In the team meeting, we have the administrative assistant go through things, and the recruiter. And then in the conversation, kind of what came up was some different marketing ideas. And so we ended up shifting the conversation, instead of thinking about what used to be, talking about what can be. And didn't say it that way. I'm working at being a little bit more gentle in my delivery, because I have a tendency to come across as just straight, like, do it this way. And so I'm pulling that throttle back a little bit to be able to explain this is where, I understand the value, the feedback of saying, hey, this is what it used to be like. The reality is, what can we do right now? So instead of being concerned about what once was or how things used to be, what can we be doing now to go forward? I ended up doing my podcast on Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. So I was able to find the text, and then I just read it out and broke it up into different sections. And one was called Success, next was called Goals, the next one was We Sow What We Reap, and then finally the last one was the 30-day test, and that's to be able to cultivate the power of your mind and not allow worry, anxiety, concerns, really negative thinking to derail ultimately what you want. And that's really putting down on a note card. And so I actually have some note cards. So I have it here in my bag. Let's see. Nope, not finding them. Nonetheless, they're 3x5 note cards that you write down exactly what you want. So that could be more income, it could be more harmonious family relationships. So it's putting down exactly what you want and then allowing your mind to just go exactly what you want and allow the how to figure itself out. But just being mindful of that's what you want in life and how that you can continue to move in that direction in a powerful way. That's ultimately kind of where it starts shifting. So very productive day today. And then I had quick ate lunch. Luckily, one of my coworkers went and got Chick-fil-A, so I was able to still continue to stay working. Went through a lot of my client management system and LinkedIn. There's been actually at least 20 people in the last 2 weeks that have reached out to me via LinkedIn, probably a week and a half, and wanted to connect. And so I haven't put them into my system. So I use CRM called Salesforce, and it's just a way for me to be able to make sure that I'm keeping in contact with everyone. One thing that everyone will get is on a monthly basis, I send out my monthly email inviting them to come to some lunch and learns and inviting them to just participate with me. And then at the same time, it's a way that I can reach out to people and just keep track of, hey, I emailed you 3 times, haven't heard back from you, so let me just put you in my monthly cycle. And then after that, from 1 to 3 o'clock, we had a wholesaler come in, talk about ways that we could be marketing differently and the advantage then to us if we do that. And so those are powerful. I really enjoy hearing what wholesalers are doing, what other people are doing, other offices, to be able to be successful and really drive growth in their firms. And then finished it off with going over tomorrow. I'm going to be at the University of Houston Bauer Business School for a tabling. Basically, we're there with our, on a table, and then there's, we have some sidewinders with the name of our business, and then a tablecloth and some different swag, and we basically grab students as they walk by. And one thing that I'd say here, this one's all about being out of your comfort zone, talking to people, and really for us making a run at some of those May 2019 grads to put them into our interview process and selection process to see if there's any of those May 2019 grads that want to come on board with our organization. And then after that I was able to get in 8 sets of bicep curls, so felt good about that. And finished it off with listening to one video in it's kind of the who's who. It's a website that has interviewed. It's basically a video journaling of who the who's who in the industry about their thoughts of success, and so pretty powerful, good stuff. And all right, so that is it, everybody. Heading the freeway. Let's do this. Sherm's out. Home, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday.